High school basketball, where reputations are built long before most players even get a chance to prove themselves. Every season creates new stars, but not every star gets the opportunity to shine. Palace Prep entered the playoffs as one of the favorites to win the state championship. Led by Cole Brown, who was averaging 26 points on the year, he went down with a severe ankle injury and was projected not to come back until next year. Looking down this bench, there was really no one that could replace Brown's consistency, defense, and everything that he brought to the floor. But there was one guy named Mercer. Now, Mercer had a solid year. He wasn't the face of the team like Brown. For 3 years, Kai had been one of the hardest workers on the program. At 6'10", he had all the physical tools colleges was looking for. On a team loaded with experienced talent, his role was simple: play defense, rebound, and be ready when his number was called. He never complained about minutes. He never questioned the coaching staff. But the next game being the first round of playoffs, teams was looking at Palace as a joke. So this gave Kai the green light. No one has seen Kai as a score-first forward. No one has ever seen him with this much hunger. So the very first game, Kai had a mission. He wasn't really looking to pass. He was going to take advantage of his height, cleaning up the rebound, going back up, and he was always a defensive mind at first, but defense really landed him nowhere in high school. In order to get playing time in the NBA, you have to play a lot of defense. That's not really the case in high school. And he was letting the game come to him, doing some jab steps, midi pull-ups. He was making the game very simple. Now the other team, they weren't going down without a fight. They thought they had an easy run until they saw Kai out there hooping. Now Kai always admired niggas like KD, Kawhi, but more so Kawhi. But we'll get down to that later. The other team was just trading buckets, taunting, and it really started to piss Kai off. Kai started setting screens, getting some simple slips to the basket, catching, calling for screens. Ain't gonna do a nice little fadeaway. Who does that remind you of? He was also playing pickup defense full court. And they had people like, damn, we had this on the team the whole time and we weren't really using them like that? Getting full stops, rebounding, chase down blocks. We'll get to that later too. In the corner, he's going to do a nice step back right in his mid-green. Kai looks unstoppable. Off the off-ball screen, once again, green. Now, other team, they didn't know who to put on him. But they had this one guy with dreads. He was hooping. I give it to him. Kai has a white guy on him. That's nothing. Finna take him to the basket for laying. Kai gets the rebound, gets all on transition. Does a behind the back. Oh my God. Kai ended up finishing with 60 points and 14 rebounds. Now, what does that have to say about Kai? What does that have to say about the coach? We'll all see next game. One game. That's all it took. Kai finished his first playoff game with 60 points and 14 rebounds, turning what was supposed to be their last game into the biggest story in high school basketball. Overnight, everything changed. The same people who questioned whether they could survive without his stars were now asking if they have discovered one of the state's best kept secrets. But one incredible performance creates expectations. Now every defense has a game plan. Every scout wants another look. Every camera in the gym is pointed at one player. The question wasn't whether Kai could score, it was whether he could do it again. And I'm here to tell you, he definitely did that again. Look at the perfect step back swish. Kai was on a mission. Now Kai wasn't a cocky guy. He kept his words to himself. You can definitely tell he got agitated. But when he got in that mode of scoring the ball, he was unstoppable. How often do you see 6'10" guys creating their own shot? Now, Kai really wasn't showcasing his playmaking too much. Except this one play, my bad. But Kai definitely was dribbling crazy. Look at this, pull up, green. Looking like a baby KD out there. Fade away, green. Now, they didn't start sending double teams. I don't know why. But Kai knew he had to get certain switches and just lull his baby to sleep. Pull over, pull up, jumper. Oh my God. Two weeks ago, no one expected Kai to do all this. After losing two of the biggest stars before playoffs, most people believed their season was already over. But then this 6'10" demigod just happens to come out the ground. Back-to-back dominant performances turned an overlooked role player into the biggest name left in the state tournament. But none of that mattered anymore. 60 points, national attention, packed gyms. It all led to one game, the state championship. For Kai, this wasn't just a chance to win a title. It was a chance to prove his breakout wasn't just a hot streak. It was the beginning of something much bigger. And talk about performing. Man, did Kai perform. I'm going to just show y'all the fourth quarter because, man, It's so much to cover in these last few minutes. Double screen pull up. That's all Kai has to do at a 6'10". Take his time, get to his spots, and don't let the spotlight outshine him. Now, the team they was going against, they kind of was a little nervous. You know, they went from just, oh man, we just finna go beat this team to, all right, we have a 6'10" dude, another team that plays like KD. They won't play in no game. They were sending traps throughout all game. But once they realized the traps weren't working, they started fouling them. They started just playing dirty. But Kyle remained humble. Didn't smack at the refs, didn't do nothing. He just kept hooping. Up 1 point with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Now eyes are on Kai. What are you going to do in crunch time? Pull up jumper? No good. Kai with the rebound. Kai finna sprint down the court and trying to chase a bucket, but he realized nothing is there. He pulls it back out, calls for a screen. Once he gets a screen, man, y'all know Kai finna go crazy. Goes in, gets a two-hand dunk. Puts his team up 1. Another pull up, no good. Rebound again. Kai's real good at getting rebounds. Around this time, he has about 36 points. Just doing what he do, taking his time. He know he has to walk this team down. Another screen, pull up jumper, no good. Kai realized in order to finish this team off, he had to dig deep. Because he's never had this much pressure on him in life. He knew if he could close this out, college offers would be knocking at his doorstep. He dreamed of playing at a D1 school. Before all this took place, he would have been playing at a D2 school. He didn't want that. He had dreams of the NBA. Down 2 with 40 seconds left, Kai knew it was his time. Running plays that the coach called, he said, fuck that play, give me the ball. Set this screen, white boy. Another screen, throws a behind the back pass. 10 seconds left. Do with the cornrows. Yes, do with the cornrows. Goes up for a layup, gets blocked, but gets it back and goes back up. Timeout. Kai was getting ready to shit himself, y'all. But he knew if he made this shot, this would be it. This would be it. But if he missed, all the 60 points, all the dominant performances would go to waste. But you know, Kai's the GOAT. Kai catches the ball wide open. Swishes it. Leaves 0.7 on the clock. Now, Kai knew the game wasn't over, but in the back of his mind, he knew it was pretty much over. 0.2, they only really much had time for a tip in. But this dumbass got the ball faded out of bounds like he was Kobe. Ended up missing. Kai ended up winning this state championship. Now, you're probably wondering what's next for Kai. Hit that like button and subscribe. Let me know how you felt about this video. There's only one truth about something like this, about miracle stories like this. Just a few weeks ago, the season was supposed to be over, but they ended up winning the championship. Championships create memories. Every once in a while, they create stars. On this night, Kai Mercer became both.